makes me sweat is the not knowing. What happens when I stand face to face with my God and he reveals what he intends for me? What if it's not as I thought?
Halt! What is your business at the Brass Citadel? You are the mysterious Watcher. The one who nearly caused a riot in Queensbirth. Forgive my ignorance. I did not know you were from the rough country. The Grand Secretary Atsura wants to meet you. His office is on the lower level of Imperial Command. Up the stairs. Once you're inside, go downstairs through the room on the right. Hazanui Karu is the ultimate authority in the Brass Citadel. But she must endure the sops at the palace. When she returns, I'm sure she will grant you an audience. For now, that's...
I'm sorry, but this area is strictly off-limits. Private property of the Royal Deadfire Company, that's what. Sorry, my orders come from the Hazanui herself. All it would take is one stray flame, one errant spark. No, I'm sorry.
Sails unfurled and sword held high. To battle for glory.
I've got all sorts of goods and
Rauatai.
supplies. Take a look before you head back, because I'm from Rauatai. Or, to be more specific, my ancestral home's been part of the Empire for decades. Few generations now. The usual way, I guess. Their soldiers beat ours. No, of course not. Don't see why it would. There, something else on your mind? I don't know. We've got the Rauataians' fancy new irrigation canals now, and the roads have gotten better. The ones leading into Tokoa, anyhow. Funny thing is, the further you go on them, the nicer everything gets. And the more it all... That's a better subject. Take a look.
Faithfully done, Emiani. Report to Wakoyo Nui when your hands and your temper have healed.
That's the last time I ship out with some soft-handed runt. Come to gawk, too? My punishment's over, you know. I punched my captain. Though maybe he shouldn't have insulted my aim. Like I don't know the difference between a smooth and rifled bore. I'm not reporting back to Wakoyo, that's for sure. I crewed on mercenary ships before this. Come to think, still a scramble root at heart, I guess. But I'm plenty experienced. Maybe I'll see if anyone's looking for an expert cannoneer. Don't take this the wrong way, but I only crew with captains I know. Either personally or by reputation. I'm sure you're capable, but I don't know enough about you. Yet. Let's talk again when you've made a name for yourself.
Clear skies, my friend. The boats of our decorated armada have orders which spread them thinly across the archipelago. Rawatai finds itself in need of a privateer. Your ship, unmoored from Deadfire politics, is an asset I would grasp with both hands. An arrangement can help us both. You will empty the seas of competition in exchange for profit. This courage will win you many battles. A Scylla wave skipper is your first target. A pirate shirking any pretense of lawful conduct in the open. Most excellent. A Scylla commands the Voyager River Dragon, which pesters a group of islands to the southwest of Port Mage. Ask away, my privateer. You have your assignment, private, but the spirit! An official reckoning is drafted to account for every cannonball shot in the name of Rawatai. For every ship sunk, there is a legal justification. Our
Not a problem. Ask someone else.
Well, as long as I don't get caught. I guess that wasn't so hard. All right, but I'm keeping what's in there. All right, but I'm keeping what's in there.
Looking for a pistol or an arquebus? Rawatai makes the finest guns in Aora. Craftsmanship. If you ask my superiors at Imperial Command, they'll tell you our main exports are saltpeter and metal. Those are just things. They're prized because of what Rawatai and...
Just saying. I'm on it.
Leave. No Valiant spy is coming through on my watch.
I'm a merchant. I have business inside. The Royal Deadfire Company is a trading company, is it not? And you are on Kahanga soil. You cannot turn me away.
The Brass Citadel and the Royal Deadfire Company operate under the auspices of the Ranga Nui of Rawatai. We answer to him, not to you. And certainly not to some tribal queen of Neketaka. Oh, you're one of those. These Valians are always sending their spies to snoop around, and I won't have it.
And these Rawataians think they own anything they stack 2 stones on top of. I am here to conduct business, not engage in petty power struggles.
What? She's up to no good, I know it. You may pass. Just stay out of trouble.
Agressima, friend.
At least that Valian isn't bothering me now.
Nice and quiet.
Yeah?
Cold as winter until suddenly she's not.
Meet her eye when you've got bad news. She respects that.
I don't think she likes me. I spent most of my career escorting foreign
ships. If this
ships.
is about the Hazatoa tournament, I've got nothing to do with that, all right? I just serve the drinks. Some of the soldiers and sailors get to making... Like I said, I keep out. None of the regulars are looking for new opponents, though, if that's what you're asking. All the better for you, trust. They always pay on time. They're run by the Ranganui, so they should, right? Also, I'm from a town near Tekoa. Rautai's full of all kinds, but the Amawa have a long history at sea. I'm really only supposed to serve Royal Deadfire Company captains. But I'll make an exception for a fellow dwarf. Try the razor skewer.
Many have.
Green islands and blue skies.
The locals don't...
Can you believe your eyes? I've never seen such a fair, pristine land. I grew up surrounded by storms and stones. Rauatai is my soul, but this place has enchanted me.
It's the land. Fertile, green, and abundant.
No, it's something else. I just can't put my finger on what.
There's so much here. So much we could make of this place.
Perhaps that's it. This is a...
There's so much we could build in Deadfire.
Why does your Ranga carve his name into a rock?
The Ranganui, and it's a commemoration to show what he...
For what do you squawk and gloat over a heap of stones? Akira, you Rautaians are strange cousins indeed.
The brass citadel is a marvel of modern engineering. With the gates barred and the cannons primed, it can withstand any attack and weather any storm. Your people are builders too. Perhaps you can appreciate the value of a fine stronghold. Please, spare us empty pleasantries. We transformed a rocky cove into the best defended harbor in Neketaka.
This rocky cove was once a prized fishing spot for the Riparu. These Rautaians act as if every bare islet is merely awaiting a fort or a farm. They cannot look at anything without
To strive is to survive. Those who would achieve greatness must make the world a better, more ordered place.
Why change the world when you can learn to live in it the way it is? This is what my people have done for thousands of years.
And wild barley grows on its own, but most of it dies without a skilled farmer.
Akira, nothing invigorates like a good discussion. Thank you for indulging.
Our chanters say we once came from Deadfire. How can we be so different?
Mighty winds sent us to the shores of Rauatai, till our far ships bore us. What hazard visited Hasago? What disaster darkened its halls? Brave trenches call for justice. Kahunga fold their hands. Walk to victory, Ravatar! Triumph over your foes! Storm shall never bend your backs, nor battles break your soul.
Not a problem.
I always forget that part. Say, you're the Watcher of Kadnua, aren't you? I've never met except the Hasanui. She yells at me sometimes. Oh, all the time. Where's my white leaf? Stop daydreaming. Support me, if you lose the ledgers again, I'll have you clean the latrines. All this time, I didn't realize she knew my name. It's just, this is my first time away from the rough country. I'd heard there were thick, green forests and sandy beaches without a storm in sight, but I never imagined this. You must have traveled lots, seen all sorts of amazing places. Now, that sounds like an adventure. I love Rawatai, but it's hard to go a week without seeing storms, or hearing about mudslides burying a village somewhere. I really wish I could, but my supplies are for the Royal Deadfire Company and our allies. Maybe if you impress her, or out.
Just see.
I'm on it.
Hey, sure. Keeping an eye out. What do you need?
Did you see those awful verses by the kitchen?
They weren't that bad.
Rhyming Hasanui with kablooey?
I can't think of anything else that goes with Hasanui.
Me neither.
That's why I leave epics to the lore college.
Criticism is easier than creation.
Watcher Nui, the Lord of Kadnua. I'm not one for ostentation, but your remarkable display at Queen's birth suggests that you are an Ayamatsura, Grand Secretary of the Royal Deadfire Company. Rawatai has long maintained trade interests in the region. While our homeland is rich in saltpeter, the violent climate and rocky soils make it a poor source. It's my business to look after the mainland's interests here. And it's a pleasure to meet someone of your elegant manners. Hazanui Karu will want to meet you as well. But she is stuck in Serpent's Crown. It is a place of entirely too much talk. And I find that the more talk one hears, the less it means. Such is the world we live in. Were it different, all the locksmiths and masons in Eora would be out of work. And here our neighbors include a nation of pirates and a fractured people led by a figurehead. Leave it to them to observe a substance that occurs nowhere else on Eora, and immediately set about pulverizing it for profit. Nothing. We know too little about luminous Adra to understand the consequences of ripping it out. Perhaps you can help me keep them from doing more harm. The demand for luminous Adra has sent the Valian Trading Company into a frenzy. Their expeditions grow too bold, and their officers too greedy. Worse, their rapid expansion attracts pirates and threatens the outlying Huana tribes. This risks souring the Kahanga royals against all foreign involvement. But you can curtail their growth. By snapping up land we need to grow food and build ships for our people? Indeed. But the Valians have sent an expedition to Pococahara, a storm-wrecked island believed to house a I hear you accomplished an incredible feat in restoring the luminous Adra near Port Maje. If your abilities allow you to do that, then perhaps you are all find the luminous Adra at Pococahara. Render it This should encourage them to develop the resources they have, rather than reaching for more. Deeply. But if a small sacrifice here will discourage the Valians from further ventures, then it is I do not have the precise location of Pococahara, but the tribe on the nearby island of Tikawara could probably... Now, what else can I do for you? It's a trading post, of course. Anything worth building is worth protecting. How do you mean that? Rawatai is composed of many types, but it's true, none of whom are especially diligent about paperwork.
Already on it.
That's not nice. All done. Guess that wasn't so hard.
I've already dislodged one trespasser from my head. I've no interest in another.
Sorry, lad. Thought that chip on your shoulder were for all to see.
Do you ever have a thought and just decide to keep it to yourself?
More'n you know, my dear and mate. More'n you know.